Hello, everybody. This is Neil with ClaimsTips. Just wanted to give you a update on an upcoming webinar that we're excited about presenting. We're first going to talk about framing where the world is in claims that we work in on a daily basis, whether you're a contractor, adjuster, and if you can just do a simple search for claims positions, adjuster positions, you'll see a lot of them will have this work virtual in office, proximity, work from home, claims specialist, work from home, team manager, work from home. So you see that what we're doing here, we're getting into the world of doing virtual inspections. And that's not a bad thing necessarily, as long as we're prepared and we understand the rules of the game that we're playing at. Unfortunately, many of us are out there without a roadmap, without the rules, without any guidance and advice on how to do this. So we're here to make sure that you get a little bit better versed in what we're doing. In a broader context, the world has changed unless you've lived under a rock for the last 2 years. So the largest taxi service in the world, okay, doesn't own one vehicle. All right. The largest accommodations provider or hotelier doesn't own one piece of real estate, right? And the largest provider of entertainment and movies and things doesn't own one movie theater. So if we look at this, we see that, the changes may have happened gradually. So where does this leave us in claims? This leaves us in an area where, in this case, the largest provider of insurance in the country, State Farm, has moved to virtual claim processing. And I've experienced it with contractors, clients, things like this, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's nothing to be afraid of. But what we do require is to understand our field of vision for our appliances. You know, when I say appliances, I'm talking about our little portable computers that we miscall a cell phone, being that the least amount of time we spend on it is talking. We're reading, looking at videos, looking at social media sites, texting, communicating through third-party apps, and all these things that we do in our lives. Which can be sometimes overwhelming because, right, everyone's posting how great their life is, and no one posts their defeats and their failures. But and a lot of people have built up reputations on social media that are nothing as to who they are in real life, and that's okay. That's the way people live their lives nowadays. But we have to take a step back and look at what's real and what's not real. So, getting back to the claims idea of virtual claims handling, we really need to understand. And I do a little tip sheet, which will be available for free in the link below, for people if they're going to encounter these type of claims handling processes. The next thing is we have to understand that walking through a claim, what happens prior to the walkthrough when they send you that link, is all important. It really helps you to understand because you want to use the proper construction terminology. You want to make sure that you have an understanding of construction methodology, components, whether it's roofing or interior, and you really should be well versed before you just go out on a limb and give it limited information, because they're going to use that limited information to do a limited adjustment of the claim. And you don't want that. You want it comprehensive, and they don't want that either. They really want to do a good job, many of them, and they want to go ahead and give a well-rounded view of scope, a comprehensive scope of the damages. And this can happen either in a supplemental stage or the initial stage. And sometimes it'll be as simple as asking for the shoe size of the person that's doing the walkthrough and having them walk heel to toe across the room and come up with an evaluation. I myself will use an instrument that I can just simply hold against a wall and shoot and get an exact amount, and then display that on the screen to the adjuster on the other end, and thereby make sure that we're both on the same page as far as how the measurement was taken, the machine was calibrated, and what the end result was. So we don't have to have a bigger margin of error than necessary, because these little inches here or 3 inches there will add up to a difference in the final summation of the claim. So with that, We're excited about putting on this new webinar on how to walk you through virtual claims handling and what's going on out there. If you haven't been introduced to it, you certainly will in the future. And also, I want to make sure that you're aware of what's available to you to properly present the claim in the way that gets a fair and impartial an amount of loss determined. Okay, so if you just look below, the link will be available for you to sign up to the webinar, and we really hope to see you then. Okay, thanks again, and that's Neil with Claims Tips. Have a good day.